Hello, coolers. Welcome to Viva Barca. Welcome to another interesting episode where we discuss on the latest developing stories. We start with this report claiming that Barcelona are set for €7 million boost as winger Francisco Trinca sale is all but official. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about Vitor Roque. As from latest development, they are saying that Barcelona are leading the race to sign the Brazilian Wonderkid thanks to former midfielder. Who is that midfielder? We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, before we get right into the full story, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Francisco Trincajo left Barcelona on loan to Sporting CP last summer after a difficult spell with Wolves the season prior. The move to Portugal was seen as one that would do him a world of good, especially given that he would be under the command of the manager who gave his first debut for Braga. According to a report from Gabriel Sanz, Barcelona is set to receive €7 million for Trincao from Sporting Lisbon according to a clause on the deal. The initial agreement between the two parties was a loan move for a fee of €3 million. It also had a mandatory purchase clause set at €7 million that would be triggered if the club stayed in the first division. 19 games through the campaign in La Liga Portugal, Ruben Amorim's side sit fourth on the table with 38 points in 19 games. 15 games remain, but it is clear that they are set to retain their place in the top flight. In addition to the sum to be received for a permanent transfer, Barcelona will also receive 50% of any future sale of the player. They have also secured an option to buy back the player for €20 to €25 million in the future. Needless to say, this is a good bargain from the Catalan perspective in all senses. Barcelona signed Trincajo in 2020 from Braga, hoping for him to be the new wizard on the right flank. Despite a promising start, the youngster soon fell off in prominence and found himself at the exit door. In 42 appearances for the Catalans, he has scored just 3 goals and provided 2 assists. Further, he averages just 0.3 key passes per game. He has been a relatively regular starter for the Portuguese outfit and has 4 goal contributions in 19 appearances so far. Barcelona, however, it is still clear that he is far from the level required to play for Barcelona. That was a wise move there from Laporta's board to put in a clause where they can, benefit in case Trincajo's club, Sporting Lisbon, stay at the league for another season, which definitely they will. Trincajo, who played for Barca for just 1 season, had a very difficult spell. Leaving Braga, he was a very promising talent, and when Ronald Koeman came, Barca signed him, and of course, it looked as though he could have really succeeded in the club. But he was a failure later on. He did not deliver as much as we all wanted. The coach was not happy, and we quite remember he and Ousmane Dembele were the one competing for that right flank because they all played the right flank. But of course, Dembele outshined him. Koeman was in favor of Dembele more than him. And his career even went further down. We quite remember he was now loaned to Wolverhampton Wanderers. But going to Wolves, which is even smaller than Barca by far, he could not still perform. And Wolves had that option to also make the loan a permanent deal, but Wolves did not exercise that option because he did not impress. So he played just that season for Wolves and did not even deliver, and was not sold to Sporting Lisbon permanently. And really, his performance right now is not something that Barca can be like, look, we can bring back this guy to the club to perform. He has not been that much doing well, and definitely he was not really the standard for Barcelona in the first place. So it is good that Barca still stand to, of course, benefit €7 million because of him, which I think is a wise move from the Barca board to do that. No, we consider the fact that we are going through a process of financial issues right now, and having that clause is very, very important. 7 million euros, because definitely Sporting Lisbon will stay for another season. They will not relegate to the second division, and for that reason, definitely Barcelona will have to benefit that amount, which I think was a wise decision from them. Then on to the next story of discussion. After losing several young Brazilian targets to Real Madrid in the recent past, like Rodrigo and Vinicius Jr., Barcelona have amped up their scouting in the South American continent. They were strongly in contention to sign Hendrick before the teenager closed an agreement with Madrid instead. However, after that, they have turned their attention towards a certain Vitor Roque, playing for Atletico Paranaense. The 17-year-old has the attention of Europe at him, but he wants to move to Barcelona if reports are to be believed. Chelsea, Paris Saint-Germain, and even West Ham United are interested in securing the youngster's signature, but have not yet started talks with the player or the club. Earlier today, it was reported that Barcelona had already made first contacts with Roque over a potential summer move. It seems they have already taken a huge step towards that since then, as Joaquim Piera suggests that the Catalans are now leading the race to sign him. Barcelona have put former legend Deco in charge of negotiations for this signing, who has a great relationship with Rockets former coach Luis Felipe Scolari. The relationship is suggested to be key in this operation. Barcelona have been keeping tabs on several centre forwards to sort out a long-term replacement for Robert Lewandowski. Hendrik was one of them, but they also had their eye on Youssoufa Moukoko of Borussia Dortmund. Moukoko ended up signing an extension with the German giants, after which Barca turned their attention towards Roque. Roque is often called the Brazilian Luis Suarez due to his similar playing style as the Barca legend. They rate him very highly and will go all out to sign him in the summer. The final cost of the operation is said to be in the region of around 30 million euros. But Atletico Paranense are ready to accept the payment in three installments. Of course, three installments will definitely make it much more easier for Barca to be able to pay for the guy. Had it been it was just one installment, then that's where there could have been a big problem. So I think we'll just have to be optimistic from the way reports are going. Barca are the one leading the race for Vitor Roque. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye for now.